What's going on, guys? Greek Freak here, and in this video we're going to be talking about how good Zion Williamson is. Now, we've been hearing, of course, throughout the couple of days, even professional past former Hall of Fame players stating the fact that they think that Zion Williamson is a top 50 NBA player right now. And I realize lots of people do have problems with judging a player that soon and all that. I don't personally have a problem with that, but I do know the main argument being the fact that many people think it will, if they don't reach that, then that makes them a bust. But I don't ever look at it in that situation. But first of all, I'm going to talk about his strengths and his weaknesses. And with his strengths, we definitely have him being a very athletic player, especially for his size, to actually be this athletic with those type of jumping abilities and his speed and athleticism. So he's NBA built, he's already an NBA shaped body, he's going to be the third heaviest player on the court in the whole entire NBA. He's got high effort, really does put in work on the defensive and offensive end. And he's a great rebounder, things that are obviously good help, and it's the main point of which you stop playing defense, so it's a defensive thing as well. Weaknesses are going to be the definite shooting ability of him. He is not too much on that, and I put sometimes over aggressive. And what I mean on that is more on the defensive end, being a little bit over aggressive. Let's say he gets beat on a move and he tries to use that athleticism to really catch up, try to chase down, block a shot. With that, I've been watching a few of the college games and all that, and been noticing he definitely does jump full force trying to go at them. And one thing about college players is they're not really ready to actually make a pump fake on that shot and just make him create contact and cause a foul, which could lead him into foul trouble. That's what I mean in that. It's not something that's just bad, it's just more, he's got to know how to pace himself more into that way, which lots of players do need to know how to do when it comes to going into the NBA. Whenever we look at somebody like Zion Williamson, like I mentioned about the bust mentality whenever it comes to him not being a top 50 player as soon as he enters the league, that's not going to determine him being a bust. What I always look out for a player is going to be where they're drafted at. Are they the best player, or in the situation that they were drafted, were they at least the best player of their position right then and there? For an example, DeAndre Ayton was somebody that the Phoenix Suns needed at center. They needed a center that was going to go out there, play, and if he wasn't the best actual player as soon as he enters the league, that's okay as long as he's the best center to come out of that draft. Then he's not going to be considered a bust in my opinion. And same thing with Zion. If he goes number one, I expect him to be the best player in the draft. It's not directly the fact he has to be a top 50, 20 or whatever player that some people have been speculating that he could be. So of course, to go into this, do I think he's a top 50 NBA player right now? I actually do, as far as the way that I look at it. I think of him as a Ben Simmons that won't be able to handle the ball as much as a Ben Simmons did his rookie season, but a player that has the ability to, of course, handle the basketball at some points of time, has a great rebounder. I think he'll be a better rebounder than Ben Simmons. Shooting ability wise, I think the fact he'll take more shots than a Ben Simmons, so he'll probably be a little bit less efficient, just due to the fact I think he'll take set 3-point shots or set mid-range shots depending on the situation. But I think the fact that he can do that, he's probably gonna have a little bit of a passing ability. And whenever we really look at it, I think the fact that that's a good comparison as far as things to go into it, because Ben Simmons is a player that doesn't have a good shooting ability, and that's what many people are looking at. Can he shoot? And in today's NBA, even though it is very important to be able to have 3-point shooters on your team, not everybody has to be able to shoot if you have that athleticism ability to overcome some of those necessary skills into the NBA. But guys, tell me how you guys think that Zion Williamson will be in the NBA. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you leave a like and subscribe to be part of the Greek Army today. And as always, this is Sparta.